Today we're going to make Magnolia Table's Italian pasta salad. So we're going to make first the Italian dressing, and for that we need 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. Okay, and we're going to whisk that together with 1/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Two tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. So I have my lemon. I'm going to cut this. And 1/2 of a lemon should be about a tablespoon. So we'll do that. Two teaspoons of kosher salt. So I have my kosher salt right here. Okay. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. There we go. It already smells delicious, and I'm only 4 ingredients in. Dried oregano and basil. So I did not have dried oregano or basil, so I'm going to go with Italian seasoning, which has not only basil and oregano, but thyme and rosemary. So it should be just about the same. And she says, let's see, 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons together, just because, or 1.5 teaspoons will do, since it called for 1 teaspoon of dried oregano and 1 teaspoon of dried basil, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. It's going to use the same 1/2, and 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Use this. It's about 1/2. And last but not least, 1 teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. So I have my black pepper. This is where I get sloppy, right here, as I throw this. You know what? I'm going to use this in a bowl. We'll do this in a little bowl. That way I can just scoop it out. The end. Whoops. A little bit more, since she asked for 1 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon. Really works your arms. Okay, let's see. There we go. And now to make this, we've added all those ingredients, and now we whisk this together. So you want to make sure all of the ingredients are well mixed and whisked together. Because this, after we do this, this actually gets covered, and we sit with this room temperature for at least 1 hour. So just to marinate all of those flavors together, we need to make sure that all of these marinate. And that's the dressing. Okay. Alright, so now to make the pasta, we're going to actually boil some water, and we're going to throw in some rotini, which should be about 10 to 12 minutes on the stove. So we're going to put this on the stove. We're just going to put some salt in here just to flavor the macaroni, and we'll leave this on high, and when it boils, we'll add in our rotini. Okay, so now that the water is going to be boiling soon, and we'll add the rotini in there once the water's boiled, we are going to prepare everything else. So we are going to take 4 ounces of white cheddar cheese, and we're going to chop this into little cubes. So she says 4 ounces white cheddar cheese chopped. And basing it on the picture, they're probably about this size, less than 1 inch. Okay, we're going to add this to our bowl. This is the bowl that we're going to use for our pasta. Everything is going to get combined in here along with the dressing that we made. 1 cup of pitted olives. Okay. Take 1 bite. We have our already pre-washed our green bell pepper here, and she says to have it cored and chopped. So we'll take this, and judging by the pictures, they're very thinly sliced pieces. So we'll take this, throw them in here. Okay. Okay. And then they did not have yellow pepper, but I'll take orange pepper. So this was also pre-washed. We're just going to slice this very thin and then add that to our bowl. Oops, not cutting the ends properly. Okay. Okay. So we have our cheddar, olives, and peppers. Now we need to cut up our tomatoes. I'm just going to do these in 4s. It does call for cherry tomatoes. These actually came from my father-in-law's garden. So a little bigger, but fresh. And they look and smell delicious. And she calls for about 1 cup of halves. And I'm quartering them. Like I said, they're a little bigger. So, okay. Yeah, I'll finish the rest of these tomatoes here. Who doesn't love some extra tomatoes anyway? Okay. And last one. Okay. So now we have our olives, cheddar, tomatoes, and peppers in here. And the last but not least is the salami. So it does call for thinly sliced 1 pound of salami. So I'm just going to cut this in half because she says to half it. She says 1 pound thinly sliced and chopped. So I'm going to chop these up and put these in half. I make something pretty similar to this, but I don't make my own Italian dressing. So this will be a nice treat to have some homemade dressing, which I have not had any bad homemade dressing from Magnolia Table. It's usually always a hit. The last bit here. Oh, that was a big piece. You see that? I'm going to have to half that. Okay. And I hear my water boiling, so I'm going to go jump and put 1 pound of rotini in here. I'm going to add in our macaroni, the rotini, and this goes in for 7 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 7 minutes and we'll check back in it. I'm actually going to give it 1 quick spoon to make sure it separates them from the bottom. And we'll check it out in 7 minutes. Okay, now our pasta is ready, so we're going to grab this. We're going to drain it out. Now we're going to drain and cool the pasta. So I'm going to rinse the pasta with some cold water because this is Italian pasta salad and we don't eat that hot. So we got to cool this down. Okay. Now that the pasta is cooled, make sure it's fully drained before we add this to our bowl, where we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. Whoops, we lost some, but that's okay. All right. We'll take a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're going to mix the olive oil with the macaroni. Make sure you're really coating that macaroni. Okay, so now that we have our macaroni done and it's actually all flavored with the olive oil that we put in here, we're going to combine that with the Italian pasta salad that we've created here with our all the good stuff. So let's add that in here. And we are going to toss to combine. So let's get it all in. Make sure it's evenly distributed throughout. All right. That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to take our dressing that has been sitting for an hour now, and we're going to do a quick whisk on this just to recombine everything and make sure it is well combined. And we're going to add this to our pasta salad. And we are going to stir to combine. It smells so good. And I can't wait to have this for lunch. And we're all set. Okay, so we made our Italian pasta salad from Magnolia Table Volume 3. I'm going to try it out right now. So let's see. I got my fork and I got a little pasta salad. Delicious. The Italian dressing is a repeat for other things other than this Italian pasta salad. Super good. Thank you. Subscribe to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.